Good morning, everyone. This is Emilio with Quick Property Solutions down here in Detroit. And today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of the Seminole Rehab. This is a rehab that we started probably like 3 weeks ago, and it's moving extremely well. So I came over here to check it out. So with the different phases, actually, let's start with this. This is the zip code 48214 on the east side. This is actually one of my favorite zip codes that I'm in. If you want to know the other zip codes that I like, click down in the link. There's a link in the description below. So I got like top 5 zip codes. Actually, when I made that video, I might have to update the video because at that time, I don't think 8214 was on there. But actually, this is now like my favorite zip code. I'm really focused in on this area. I really like this area. And the thing is not a lot of people know about this area here. So we are going to walk in it right now. So the last time we were here, this was getting demoed and cleaned out. So if you haven't been watching the other episodes, this is a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath house frame, about 1,700 square feet. And where we are now is it was full of, it had plaster, it had all the old electrical. It was outdated, in good condition though, very good bones. No buckling of the floors, no shifting the foundation. It just needed everything. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to do a walkthrough of the house, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the camera and I'm going to just drive around the neighborhood so you can kind of see. I could kind of be like a boots on the ground kind of video. So walk around here and oh look, there's a little dog. Hey buddy. Oh, there he goes. Anyways, so yeah, just walk around drive around the neighborhood so I could show you some of the reasons why I like this neighborhood and the proximity to downtown, things like that. This honestly is, I think, for the east side anyways, because I don't really know the west side very well, this is the best kept secret in the city. I'm telling you guys because honestly, I don't really have a lot of subscribers. I got like 500 and like 70. So not a lot of people see this. So if you're watching this now, you're kind of like in on the I guess not exposure, but the bringing this neighborhood to light. And one of the reasons why people didn't really know about it is not a lot of people were selling in this neighborhood. But people are starting to come here now. People are starting to sell. Matter of fact, there have been some new comparables that have recently hit the market that have boosted the value of these houses 30-40%. It's quite amazing, actually. Days on market in this neighborhood are actually below 30 days. It's pretty impressive. So one thing I wanted to talk about too was I have been calling a lot of people. So right now this YouTube channel is new. When you're watching this video, you're going to sign up, you put your phone number down, and I actually have been trying to call everybody that has been putting their number down. The only issue, what's been happening is that, I do the YouTube channel, but I wholesale, I rehab, I got other businesses that I'm working on. I don't have a lot of time. So I've been getting kind of behind in my phone calls. So what I was thinking was, I have the same conversation over and over again, just like a different way of telling it. And what I was thinking of doing was creating like a mini course or like a consultation course where in it I talk about like the different areas in Detroit, the ARVs, where to burr, where the cash deals are, how to find deals, how to close deals, like the process of closing a deal, finding your network, like contractors, property managers, lenders, things like that. And I wanted to compile it all in like a course. And instead of charging like a consultation fee, you guys could just buy the course and you guys could visit back the videos whenever you want. I'm working on it now. And if you're interested in that, reach out to me, comment below and just let me know, because it's not released yet. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to just like maybe email people that the course is ready. This is very new to me. So I know that I want to build the course. So you guys, my goal for you guys is that, and gals, is that when you're coming to this market and you know nothing about it, the course will take you from knowing zero to knowing, to being moderately knowledgeable, to like not fully knowledgeable, because I'm still not fully knowledgeable about the city. I'm also not, like I said in my other videos, I am learning as I go. I have picked up a lot over the years, so I'm kind of like divulging that information to you. But yeah, I don't consider myself an expert. I'm getting very good in Detroit specifically, but I know other areas around Metro Detroit too. There's also the suburbs. There's like Warren, Ferndale, Royal Oak, Pontiac, Michigan. Pontiac, Michigan, they're building the new Amazon building out there. It's the first of its kind, I think, in the country. They were saying that it's a fulfillment and a shipping warehouse all in one facility. They knocked down the old Pontiac Silverdome where the Lions used to play. They knocked that thing down, and they're going to make one big Amazon facility out of it, which is really cool. There's other areas in the state where even in this metro area, that there are, besides Detroit. I am starting to get very knowledgeable in Detroit, so I want to share that knowledge with you. I want you to, know that when you come to this market, you are somewhat educated, and you guys have some tools in your belt of how to do this stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the house. And again, the last time we were here, there was plaster on the walls and there was insulation in between the walls. They knocked out all the plaster, so we're drywalling all the walls, because the plaster, what happens is that it looks a little bit like over. This has been vacant for what, 3-4 years? No heat. It gets hot, it gets cold, and it shrinks and expands, and the electricity, the wiring was this old knob and tube wiring. So if you want to update everything, you could punch holes in the plaster, but we also are going from a boiler, which is a heating source supplied by shooting hot water throughout the house and let the radiators kind of like generate the heat. And now we're going to a forced air furnace. So now we have to reduct the house. It's tough to do that with plaster. So for us, the best thing to do was to knock out all the plaster, make sure down to the studs, get all the insulation, get all that stuff out of there. That's called the demo and clean out. So we demoed the house, demoed the plaster, we demoed this so it's all studs. Then there's just like debris everywhere. There's like insulation, there's plaster, there's like the lab from like that what holds up the plasters. All of this house was full of just wood and plaster and nails. Then we got to do the clean out. So you have the demo, you have the clean out, and now we're doing something called the rough-in. So the rough-in is, you now have to put your mechanicals in place. So your mechanicals are your electricity, your plumbing, the HVAC, and then what you're doing is you're putting that in place now. And when you want to you have to pull a permit and then get it approved by the city. So you're doing this rough-in right now. The city's gonna come in after the rough-in's done, and they're gonna like, oh, you gotta change this. And then when you're done with that, we'll approve you and approve your permit, and then that's pretty much it. Or maybe they'll approve on the first go around. There's no changes. But that's pretty much it. So right now I'm going to turn this camera around. We are not doing the plumbing or the HVAC yet, the ducting. What we're doing is we're doing the rough-in for the electrical right now. So they're putting electrical boxes, they're running the new wire. So I'm going to turn this around right now. And this is a shot of the improved, it's a little bit better, Seminole. Okay, here we are. This is the inside, and if you remember from the last video, we had a bunch of insulation, and again, all the insulation from the walls, the plaster was just like everywhere. I mean, I couldn't even walk up the steps. So that was the demo. Now we did the clean out. So the clean out is everything is gone. There's like a little debris here and there, but for the most part, it's like gone. You can walk around here freely. So we're like in the living room area now. And if you remember from the first video, there were these wood posts that were here. They looked beautiful, but after the demo, you see how much it makes it so much wider. We're gonna actually knock those out, and it'll make it like a nice wide entrance. Matter of fact, we might be able to cut this open to make that wide as well. So if we come here, there's a staircase right there. This is kind of like a general, it's not the dining room area. maybe like a lounge-ish area. This is more like the dining room. What we could possibly do is like open up this, and then this is the stack. This is where the heat leaves. We could get a energy efficient furnace in here. I've never done this before, but this is what someone suggested was you could knock this stack out because you don't need the stack for a high energy furnace. So if you knock it out, it actually, this is the kitchen in here, it actually opens this up and makes it a nice open kitchen. And I think what they were gonna try and do was make an island here. I'm not really sure. But here we go. And then what they're doing is, here's the rough-in. So they're starting to put down the new boxes. So it's all new electrical, right? So you'll just see new boxes throughout the house, and then they're starting to pull wire. They're starting to pull it, and this is called the rough-in phase. So right here, so here's the new wire. They're starting to pull it. And I think they started upstairs. Yeah, see right here? They're pulling wire. So what they're gonna do is, you see how they loop it here? They're gonna put a box right there, because there's gonna be like a light here for when you go up the stairs. You know what, let's go, this is the back side. Let's go to the front side. And I'm gonna just start talking while I'm doing the walkthrough. Oh yeah, by the way, these glass blocks are gonna go. There's glass blocks here, and you're like, why do they have glass blocks on the lower level? Security, pretty much. Glass blocks, glass blocks, glass blocks. So they're gonna demo those out, and they're gonna put in new windows. But yeah, so I'm working on this Detroit, the Detroit course, and I'm pretty excited about it. So if anybody's interested, I definitely want to start hearing from you guys, because a lot of the times when I do call people from YouTube, they're kind of shocked that I call them, but a lot of my ideas come from our conversations. So comment. I love talking to you guys. If I could, I honestly would pretty much be on the phone all day talking to people, because I love real estate. I love helping people out. But again, with time constraints, I think this would probably be the best and most efficient way to give you all the information you need, or as much information as possible. So anyways, we are in the first bedroom. So bedroom 1, bedroom 2 over there, 3, and then 4. And then if you remember from a couple of videos, again, they knocked all this out. So here's the rough-in for the wires. You see here, they're starting to pull all the wires. So this is bedroom 1, bedroom 2. And then here they'll get the insulation and line the insulation. So after the rough-in, they're gonna do the plumbing. Rough-in is electricity, plumbing, which is in like 2 days, running the ductwork, which is like the 3rd day, and then, am I missing something? I think that's about it, actually. And then after that, they send the inspector in to get it approved. So it's looking pretty good, man. I'll be honest, I'm really nitpicky. Like all this stuff here, I would have this stuff swept up. I'll talk to my general contractor about it, but it's not my job site, so I'm sure the electrical guy doesn't care, but I'm just really nitpicky about that kind of stuff. I like having a clean environment. So if you see right here, I covered this in the last video. This is how the radiators heat the house. These are like right here would be a radiator. So like a tall, like a metal radiator. And then hot water gets sent, is heated in a boiler, and it's boiling water. And the boiling water gets shot throughout the house, and this fills up the radiator. So this stuff right here has to go. They're gonna just demo that out, remove it. They're everywhere. I think there was another one over here. Like right there. So, for those of you who are trying to do rehabs in Detroit, that's some of the stuff you got to think about. Some of the stuff you have to think about, honestly, is stuff like an HVAC conversion is huge. That's going to be expensive. Plus, if you have drywall, you have to think about, there's from an old knob and two bar, I just kicked that. You have to think about conversion. A lot of people don't convert, though. It's up to you to convert. You don't have to. I gotta flip this camera around. Yeah, it's up to you to convert. You don't have to. It's not. There are some people that rehab houses, beautiful, and they kept the boiler. It's really just a choice. Because if you're in a house in a neighborhood that a lot of these houses were built with plaster, and plaster, it works fine. I have a duplex in Ferndale, which is in the Metro Detroit area. Nice duplex. It's plaster. I didn't knock it out. I didn't replace it with drywall. It was fine. So yeah, some people keep the boiler system. You know, it just really depends on the cost, because if you think about it, I'm really going off tangent right now. So every contractor is different, you know. So I think with our contractor, I think the conversion was like $7,000, because you got to remove the boiler, you have to remove all the plumbing for the boiler throughout the house, you have to remove all the radiators, then you have to put the furnace in, so you got to buy the furnace, and then you got to reduct the house. So with us, it's like, what you could do, again, if this was plaster, you could chip away at the plaster, and then you could mud it and smooth it out to kind of make it blend in with the plaster. It's a little, I don't know, it's a little tricky. I've never done it before, so I can't say if it looks bad or not, but out of convenience sake, because we had to do the electrical, plumbing, and do the duct work, that's why for us, we knocked this stuff out. I think if the electrical was okay, and we didn't need new plumbing. We had, what did we have? We had galvanized plumbing in here. So for those of you who are still trying to learn about like the rehabs and stuff like that, there's 3 kinds of plumbing material. There's galvanized, copper, and PEX. So galvanized, that's the stuff like where it's really old school. It looks like grayish. Well, what happens is if water sits in there, water just kind of like forms, the lead deposits form in the pipes. So then when you run the pipes, like you'll see like this nasty brownish water until it runs clean. Well, a lot of that's just like lead built up in galvanized pipes. So you can replace that with the galvanized pipes, or, sorry, I'm trying to put this lockbox back in. 3, 5, 6, there we go. You could replace that with the galvanized pipe. Not galvanized, with copper. Copper is, it's just more expensive. Plus, especially here in Michigan, the hot and cold, if you have a vacancy in the middle of winter and there's water in the pipes, those pipes can expand and those copper pipes can crack. So a lot of people now, we're just doing PEX. PEX is just a hardened plastic. Excuse me. We're just doing PEX. PEX is a hardened plastic. It's cheaper, it's easier to install, more people are doing it, so it's just better for the house anyway. So and that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys get something out of this and you're learning. Again, that course will probably be, I don't know how long this course is going to take me, because I'm going to record all these videos, but I'd like to have it up in like a month or 2 months running, so you guys could have all this information in like one spot. And I'll probably be talking about a lot of stuff in the course that I don't talk about on YouTube. But anyways, if you like the video, like it, subscribe it. If you need, I am a wholesaler, so if you're a buyer, sign up to my buyers list. If you're looking for, your network, you guys could, I'll give you the phone numbers of the people I work with. They're happy to talk to you about your needs. And you're probably asking what the rehab is. So the rehab on this is going to be about $100,000. It's a lot. It's not, I do talk to a lot of people, and they're like, I talked to a lady yesterday that says she wants to buy a house in Detroit for $15,000, and that's her rehab too. It's not impossible, but that's really tough. And I told her that too. I'm not saying that it is impossible, because I try and find deals like that all the time. That's my job, is to find deals like that, and I don't come across deals like that all the time. It's really difficult. So be prepared to not be cheap on the rehab. That would probably be my number 1 suggestion. You're doing due diligence. You're going to have 3 separate bids. You're going to have an expensive bid, a somewhat expensive bid, and one bid that's so freaking low, it's almost hard to just say no. Stay away from those bids, because those bids are low for a reason. And again, I'm not saying that if someone bids low, they're guaranteed to suck, or they're going to steal your money or something like that. But why do you think they're that low? Why do you think they could do a job for that cheap? Are they just trying to do it to just get some money now and kind of screw you later? I don't know. I think that if you picked somebody that was actually trustworthy and good, their rehabs come with a premium, and some premiums are more expensive than others. Just be careful with trying to do the dollar store contractor, because you get what you pay for. Anyways, I think I rambled on too long for this video. You guys have a good day. Happy investing out there, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.